Hey guys, what's up? It's Megan. So, I told y'all I had big news in my last video, and this is it. As you can tell, I'm sitting in a car. It's not Dylan's car, it's not my roommate's car, it's my own car. I bought a car on Friday, and I just picked it up from the dealership today, and today is Monday. Also, sorry, I'm like really trashy looking right now. I'm at the gym. That's Sam Fit right back there. Anyway, so I decided that I was gonna record a little video for you guys about like the whole car buying process, because I've never bought my own car before. I had the Eurovan. A lot of you that actually know me know that I drove a Eurovan, like a red hippie van, for years, and that was my parents' car, and I loved it. But obviously I moved out of the house, I went to college for a term, and now I live in Corvallis. So I don't have a car. I've been biking everywhere, and I realized I am miserable biking in the rain to work, to go nanny every day, because I ride 2 miles there and back like every day. And I'm like, this sucks. I'm soaking and I have no motivation to go to the gym because I'm wet all the time, and it's just miserable. So I got a car. And also it helps with getting over the past, getting back to see family, doing photography. I can start traveling more now. So I'm really excited. But it's been a process to get a car. Like, I've been looking for like 2 or 3 months now, which doesn't seem like a long time, but it's been rough. I almost got a car towards like Thanksgiving time. So I guess maybe it's been more like, it's been like 3 months. And I was gonna go test drive it, and the guy, I was trying to go through like a private seller, and the guy was just awful to work with, talked down to me like I knew nothing, which obviously I don't know anything, but like, when you're trying to sell a car and you're trying to be professional, you shouldn't talk to your client like that. Like, as a business owner myself, like, I would never treat someone the way that person like talked to me. Like, that was just awful. So I didn't go test drive that car. It was just not good. And then like a week or two ago, I was gonna go get a Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I was like, okay, it's a great car, had super low miles on it because I'm buying used, because I'm just recently out of college and I have no money, because we're being real, like, I'm 18, I have no money. It's just how it is. Anyway, so I had like 102,000 miles on it, which seems high to a lot of people, but my price range was $5,000. That was the top of my budget. That's nothing for buying a car. And so I was lucky enough to like have my parents help me out with the car. It came out of our wedding budget. Joel and I thought that was a worthwhile investment to go get a car, and so we still have about $15,000 to go pay for the wedding now, which is really, really nice. Like, we're really, really lucky and really blessed to be able to have family that will, so I'm like really itchy, I keep touching myself. We're really blessed to be able to have family that can help us out financially if we need it, and, you know, help us pay for the wedding, help us buy a car, all that good stuff. If we need anyone to like fall back onto, we have them there. We're not planning on using them for that, like for financial purposes other than the wedding and the car. But if we really need it, like, they're there to help us, which is just so amazing. But anyway, they helped us buy the car, and I was gonna get this Jeep Grand Cherokee, and then the payment method, because my parents were paying for it, they had to send a check to me. They were trying to do it online though. It wasn't working out. And the seller I was going through a private seller, and the seller just got so fed up with me that he ended up saying that he wanted to like go to the bank with me and like watch me pull out the money. And I'm like, that's excessive, that's ridiculous. Like, you know the situation I'm in, I've explained it to you for a long time. I've been trying to work this out. It's been a huge process and a huge like difficulty for me to try to figure this all out for you. And he was just he's really good in the beginning, and I was like, hey, this is a good process, this is a great car, I'm really excited. I had the insurance quote, everything was good. And then at the end of it, he got just as fed up as I was, and he just got really rude and really snippy, and so I decided not to get that car. And then 2 days later, or a day or two, literally a day later, wait, no guys, that same day, I was on CarGurus, and I came across this like GMC SUV that was in Albany, and the dealership, because I decided I was going to go through any more private sellers, so I'm going to go through a dealership, and this dealership from Albany decided that they were going to call me back like literally within 20 minutes. I was at the gym, And I was like, I'd been on like the elliptical bike kind of thing, like the, just like you sit on it. I had just done like an hour of running, and I was like, okay, time to relax and go sit on a bike for a little bit before you do weights. Anyway, so I put out like a request to like get more information on this like GMC, and the dealership called me back within like 20 minutes, and they were like, can you be here today? And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I can, because Albany is like 20 minutes away from Corvallis, if that. It's like 15-20 minutes away, and Dylan, our roommate, has a car, and so I went to Market of Choice where he and Joel work, and I was like, Dylan, I need your car to go test drive this GMC because it's in my price range, it is really good, like it looks really good, it's in great condition, and I want to go see if it's worth my while to go invest in it. So I borrowed the car, I went over to Hyundai of Albany, where Troy, I don't remember his last name, but Troy there helped me out. And so wherever in Albany or Corvallis and you're looking to buy a car, go to this dealership. It's like Albany, like Hyundai of Albany, and Troy there was literally the nicest guy I've ever worked with. Like, he made car buying so much fun and so easy. Like, all my other experiences, I was so done. I was like almost in tears. I hated car shopping that much. And this guy was just like on it. He's like, I got this entire process. He called me, he's like, I have 5 cars lined up for you. We're doing this, like, you're gonna be great. Like, you're gonna find your car, I guarantee you, because we only have like cars that are in really good condition here, and I wanna make sure that you get the best car for your money. So I go and I drive the GMC, and it's this big old red SUV GMC, and it's like, it has like a luxury bass in the back, like luxury speakers, like someone like pimped it out kind of, which was nice, but I could really care less about the speakers. I'm not that kind of person. I just don't care about that as much. If I hear music, great, and I don't really care if the quality is like incredible or not. Anyway, but it was kind of like dark in the car. Everything was like gray interior, which is fine, but it definitely felt kind of like gloomy, and already in Corvallis it's so gloomy. I don't know, it's just like I didn't really vibe with it, which is weird because I feel like it's a car, but it's fine. Anyway, I really liked the car though. Not to say that I didn't like it. I thought it was a really good car. It felt kind of like driving a boat, which was another one of my concerns though. And so I was like, okay, it's at the top of my budget. It was $5,000, but I'm like, I can do it. It's a good car, has good mileage on it. Miles per gallon wasn't great for driving, but it wasn't terrible. And then he's like, okay, well, I have another car that I think you might really like. The only problem is it's not all-wheel or four-wheel, it's only two-wheel. And it was a 2007 Santa Fe, and it's white with tan interior, and it was only front wheel, two-wheel drive, but I got in it and immediately I was just like, oh my god, I love this car. It was quiet when I turned it on, it had good miles per gallon. The mileage on it, it's at 187,000, which is really high, but the person that had it lasted, in all the years that she had it, it was like 13 years that she had it, she had 58 service checkups on it. Like, she serviced it 58 times, so she did it like by the book, so it's in like perfect condition. Everything that needed to be fixed, she fixed on time. Really good condition. So the mileage didn't really scare me that much because of that. The only thing that scared me was the fact that it was front wheel drive. I test drove it, I loved it. I was like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with this car. It's perfect, other than the fact that it's only two-wheel drive. So I went and I drove the GMC again. And I was like, as I was driving it, I kind of had an epiphany where I was like, wait a minute. The Euro van that I drove was front wheel drive, and that thing's a box, and I'm fine. Like, if I can drive that car in Bend and over the pass in the middle of January when it's the most snowy, like, I was fine when I was driving that. I'm like, this car is so much better to drive than that car. I can totally do it. I'm not concerned about it anymore. And so I'm like, you know what? I'll throw chains in the back of it. If I need to put them on, I can put them on if I need to, but I'm fine. So I ended up buying the Santa Fe. And it came under budget. I'll tell you, it was $4,500, which is really good. They listed it under market value by like $1,900, which was really nice. Obviously, if it was at like the 50 whatever, or like 5,000 whatever dollars that they were thinking about selling it at, it like wouldn't have sold because it would have just been too high for the mileage. Like, I don't think anyone would have really bought that. So they marked it at a price that people would actually want to buy it. Anyway, so I bought the car. I bought it on Friday. Needed to get the insurance quote though because it was on a Friday and my insurance office is in Bend and they're not open on the weekends. So I called them this morning, got my insurance, and then Troy, who's the guy I was working at with the dealership, he's been texting me all weekend being like, okay, I got it serviced again for you just to make sure it's perfect. I'm going in and cleaning it just to make sure it's perfect because they already had it sold in the back, but he's like, we got a little bit of dirt in there like when we test drove it, so I'm just gonna go clean it for you again, because he was like above and beyond so amazing. And then he was like, oh, and I know you don't have a car right now, so do you want me to come pick you up in one of the company's vehicles and I can take you to go get your car so you don't have to pay for an Uber? And I was like, hallelujah, thank you, Troy, you are amazing. Like, how are you not salesman of the year or salesman of the month like every month? Because this guy, I have never had anyone be so on top of it and so accommodating ever. Like, he was amazing. Like, shout out to Troy, because Troy is a G. He's amazing. Anyway, I can't say enough how much I enjoyed the experience working with that company. Anyway, so I bought the car. He had it all cleaned out for me. I signed the papers, last few papers, tried to get warranty on it, but because I work for myself, my like qualifications for credit cards are kind of not quite there yet because I'm still technically in the startup phase. And I can go into like the financial aspects later, but that's kind of like a boring conversation to have. So anyway, didn't get the credit card, so I couldn't get the warranty yet. I'm still applying for it though, seeing if I can get it. It wasn't an automatic qualification, so I'm waiting on that to come through, see if it works. Not really that concerned about the warranty though, just because if I need like a little bit of a service checkup, I can do that. I'm not that worried about it. Anyway, yeah, so this is my car. I have the Santa Fe, and I'll show you. So I'm on my phone right now, and the phone is not the greatest camera, but it is what it is. It has all the wood detailing on it. It has the tan leather and the black leather. You can see my wallet up here. It's what I was resting my phone on. Anyway, it's super pretty though. This is the greatest video you've ever seen. I have terrible video qualities. These seats back here though go all the way down, and it's almost flat, and the back of it is really big, which I really love because for photography equipment and stuff, that's like super helpful. The only two things that are like a little bit wrong with the car is, I'll show you. You can tell the lady who had it, her dog munched on it a little bit there, but when I close the car door, you can't see it because it's hidden all the way back here, so no one can see it. As well as the passenger side, the dog decided he wanted to run into the passenger side and kind of dented it, but because it's a white car, you can't really tell. And those are aesthetics, and I know that for my price range, I was asking for a lot, and so being reasonable, like having a few dings here or there is fine. And like there's no accidents in the car, like I'm fine with that. Insurance was still a little bit much because Santa Fe's just cost a lot with insurance. My hair is really bad right now. Anyway, but yeah, so I just thought I would share because it's really exciting news. I bought my first car. Yay! I love it. It drives really well. It has really good gas mileage. And it's just a really good first car. Like, it'll get me everywhere I need to be, and I'm not gonna have it forever, obviously, because it's a car and it's old. But it's gonna last me a while. Like, I know it'll last me as long as I need it to last, and then until I can get a new car, which will be in a few years, I'm sure. But I'm just really excited. I thought I would give you guys the update. Sorry this video was super long. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to be better about uploading videos. I'm gonna try to do at least 2 a week. Hopefully one at the beginning of the week, one at the end of the week. And yeah, bye guys.